London scientists across Europe have been puzzling about a phenomenon that seemed laden with mystery and menace in somewhat uneven proportions, a concentration of radioactive pollution caused by a nuclide called ruthenium-106. Official monitors in France and Germany concluded that, based on weather patterns, the contamination detected since late September had emanated from southern Russia or from Kazakhstan. The most plausible zone of release lies between the Volga and the Urals, the French Institute for Radiation Protection and Nuclear Safety said on November 9. Jean-Marc Paris, the institute's director, told Reuters that the geographic area could indicate a spillage in Russia or in Kazakhstan. On October 8, the German Federal Office for Radiation Protection said, Russia must be assumed to be the region of origin of radioactive release, a suggestion that was denied by Rosatom, the state company that runs Russia's nuclear industry. According to a statement from Rosatom, none of the enterprises of the Russian nuclear industry has recorded radiation levels that exceed the norm. One of the countries in the eastern part of the European Union was more likely to be the source, Rosatom added, noting high radiation levels over Italy, Romania, and Ukraine. Nonetheless, the presence of the little-known substance raised unease that a threat to European health might be building, hardly surprising in light of the West's broad palette of other worries about Russia's intentions, including the crisis in Crimea, which was annexed by Moscow in 2014, and the Kremlin's activities in cyberspace. On Wednesday, one of Britain's top security officials, Ciaran Martin, warned in a speech that, over the past year, Russian hackers had undertaken far more persistent attacks on his country's energy, telecommunications, and media industries than previously acknowledged. 2 days earlier, Prime Minister Theresa May accused Russia of seeking to weaponize information, deploying its state-run media organizations to plant fake stories and photoshopped images in an attempt to sow discord in the West and undermine our institutions. In matters of nuclear threat, of course, European memories are framed by episodes such as the catastrophic accident in 1986 at the Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union, and, 20 years later, the lethal poisoning in London of a former KGB officer, Alexander V. Litvinenko, with polonium-210, a rare and highly toxic isotope. With such considerations in mind, the detection of elevated but unexplained levels of ruthenium-106 by monitoring stations in Austria, France, Germany, Italy, and Switzerland raised alarms. Slowly though, as the levels retreated, the fretting eased. German and French nuclear security agencies concluded that the pollution had not threatened the health of Europeans or the environment in which they live. These low levels of radioactivity do not pose a health hazard to the population, the German Radiation Protection Office said on November 10.